Hey there, paranormal enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're delving into the eerie and mysterious world of the supernatural. In this video, we're counting down the 3 more haunted places in the USA that'll send shivers down your spine. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you don't miss out on any of our chilling content. Let's jump right in. The Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. The Stanley Hotel is renowned for its stunning architecture, panoramic mountain views, and its association with the horror novelist Stephen King, who was inspired by the hotel to write his best-selling novel, The Shining. The hotel's history is rich and is known for its alleged paranormal activity. It was inspired by the Mount Washington Hotel in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, and was built in the colonial revival style, and contains 140 rooms and suites. The hotel also has a number of amenities, including a restaurant, bar, spa, and golf course. The story begins with F.O. Stanley, an inventor and entrepreneur, who built the hotel in 1909. He intended it to be a luxurious retreat for the upper class and a respite for those seeking the healing properties of the Rocky Mountain air. The Stanley Hotel was equipped with modern amenities and became a popular destination for wealthy travelers. Over the years, stories of paranormal encounters and unexplained phenomena began to circulate. Guests and staff have reported hearing piano music coming from the ballroom when it's empty, experiencing cold spots, seeing apparitions, and witnessing doors opening and closing on their own. These reports contributed to the hotel's reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. Stephen King and his wife stayed at the Stanley Hotel in 1974, during its off-season, and were the only guests at the time. He was inspired to write a piece after having a nightmare about the hotel being haunted. The eerie, almost deserted atmosphere of the hotel, along with its grandeur and history, served as inspiration for King's novel, The Shining. The novel was made into a movie in 1980, and the hotel was used as a filming location by Stanley Kubrick. In addition to its literary and cinematic associations, the Stanley Hotel offers ghost tours and paranormal investigations for those interested in exploring its alleged haunted history. The hotel's distinct architecture, mountain setting, and tales of the supernatural have turned it into a destination for fans of both the paranormal and classic literature alike. The Stanley Hotel is said to be haunted by the ghosts of several of its former guests and staff. Some of the most famous ghosts include the lady in room 217. This woman is said to be the ghost of a woman who was murdered in her room. She is often seen crying and looking out the window. The ghost boy. This boy is said to be the ghost of a young boy who died in the hotel fire. He is often seen playing in the hallways and rooms. The butler. This man is said to be the ghost of a butler who was murdered by his employer. He is often seen walking the halls of the hotel, carrying a candlestick. The Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana. The Myrtles Plantation is a historic home and former antebellum plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, United States. It is known for its history of paranormal activity, and is said to be one of the most haunted places in America. The Myrtles Plantation was built in 1796 by General David Bradford. The plantation has been owned by several families over the years, and is said to be haunted by the ghosts of several of its former residents. The most famous ghost story about the Myrtles Plantation is the story of Chloe, a slave girl who was murdered by her mistress, Delphine LaLaurie. Chloe is said to haunt the plantation, and her ghost has been seen by many people. Other ghosts that are said to haunt the Myrtles Plantation include the Gray Lady. This woman is said to be the ghost of a woman who was murdered in the house. She is often seen wearing a gray dress and bonnet. The Man in the White Suit. This man is said to be the ghost of a man who was murdered in the house. He is often seen wearing a white suit and carrying a cane. The plantation is said to be haunted by 12 ghosts, and has been the subject of several books and articles about ghosts. The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in Weston, West Virginia. The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, also known as Weston State Hospital, is a historic abandoned psychiatric hospital in Weston, West Virginia. It was opened in 1864 and was the largest mental asylum in the United States at the time of its closure in 1994. The asylum was designed to accommodate 2,500 patients, but at its peak, it housed over 3,000 patients. The asylum was built in the Kirkbride plan style, which was a popular design for mental asylums in the 19th century. The Kirkbride plan called for a large, sprawling complex with a central administration building and a series of interconnected wards. This design was intended to provide patients with a sense of community and to promote healing through fresh air and sunlight. The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum was a controversial institution from the start. Many people believed that mental illness was a moral failing, and they saw the asylum as a place to punish and isolate the mentally ill. The asylum was also overcrowded and understaffed, and conditions were often poor. Despite its problems, the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum did provide some much-needed care for the mentally ill. It was one of the first institutions to offer hydrotherapy and occupational therapy. And it also pioneered the use of electroconvulsive therapy. The asylum closed in 1994 due to budget cuts and declining patient numbers. It has since been abandoned, and it is now a popular tourist destination. The asylum has been featured in several films and television shows, including The Mothman Prophecies and Ghost Adventures. The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum is a haunting reminder of a dark chapter in American history. It is also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Despite the hardships they faced, the patients of the asylum found ways to heal and rebuild their lives. The asylum has a long and dark history, and is said to be haunted by the ghosts of its former patients and staff. Some of the most common ghost sightings at the asylum include a woman in white who is said to roam the halls of the asylum. She is often seen crying or wailing, and is believed to be the ghost of a patient who died at the asylum. A little girl who is said to play in the boiler room of the asylum. She is often seen wearing a white dress and is believed to be the ghost of a patient who died in a fire at the institution. A man in a straitjacket who is said to be seen wandering the grounds of the asylum. He is often seen banging his head against the walls or screaming. The asylum has also been the site of several paranormal investigations, and many of the investigators have reported experiencing strange and unexplained phenomena, such as cold spots, orbs, and voices. What a journey through the most haunted places in the USA! From hotel to plantation to asylum, each location has its own unique tale to tell. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, there's no denying the chilling allure of these haunted hotspots. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow thrill seekers. Until next time, remember to keep an open mind and stay curious.